Hi, I am Stefan Ukransky, and welcome to the 3rd January 2023 episode of Let's Talk Sports. Here are our topics for this show. The Flyers lose to Winnipeg, Temple flies in Houston, Sixers ring the bell, and the Eagles saw over the G-Man. The Philadelphia Flyers overcame a 3-0 deficit against the Winnipeg Jets, only to lose 5-3 at the Wells Fargo Center on Sunday evening. In the first period, the Jets picked the Flyers apart for 3 goals on their first 6 shots. Tallies by Axel Janssen Belajabi, Kyle Connor, and Mark Scheifele built a 3-0 lead by the time the game was 8 minutes 31 seconds old. A late period goal off the rush by Ivan Provorov on a setup by Owen Tippett narrowed the gap to 3-1 at 18:39. In the second period, the Flyers came on over the latter half of the period with a Kevin Hayes tally at 18:27, narrowing the Winnipeg lead to 3-2. The Flyers made the most of another power play chance, this time early in the third. Hayes converted a Morgan Frost rebound at 2:35 to tie the game at 3. Philly subsequently killed off back-to-back penalties, but then a solid 5-hole goal by Carson Kuhlman at 8:44 put the Jets back on top. Kevin Steinland added a late empty net goal. Felix Sandstrom stopped 26 of 29 shots in a losing cause. David Wittisch earned the win with 28 saves on 31 shots. The Flyers went 2 for 4 on the power play. The Jets were 0 for 5. Final score, Jets 5, Flyers 3. Good luck to the Philadelphia Flyers in their next game against the Minnesota Wild on Thursday. For the first time since February 20th, 2000, the Temple men's basketball team upset the AP #1 team as the Owls topped Houston 56-55 Sunday afternoon at the Fertitta Center. Temple's Damian Dunn led both teams with 16 points, while Zach Hicks added 12. The Owls scored 6 straight in a 10-2 run to take their largest lead of the frame, 18-12 on 2 Dunn free throws with just over 10 minutes on the clock. Temple maintained the lead until the Cougars rattled off 7 straight to take a 25-24 lead on a Jarvis Walker layup with 3:23 to play in the half. It was balanced scoring for both teams with 8 Cougars scoring in the frame, led by Sheed. Dunn led all scorers with 10 points as 7 Owls scored in the half. The teams continued the same intense pace, with neither team able to gain separation over the first 12 minutes until the Owls scored 6 straight. A 3-point play by Nick Jourdain and a 3 by Hicks to open up a 53-47 lead. 2 more free throws by Jourdain at the 6:37 mark gave the Owls their biggest lead, 55-48. Houston answered with 7 unanswered points to tie the game at 55 on a 3-point play by Joanne Roberts with 1:30 to play. Dunn then made 1 of 2 free throws to give the Owls a 56-55 lead with 1:06 on the clock. With the win, Temple improves to 12-9 and snapped a 9-game Cougar winning streak. Final score, Temple 56, Houston 55. Good luck to the Temple Owls in their next game against the South Florida Bulls on Wednesday. Tyrese Maxey scored 15 of his 32 points in the third quarter, and the Philadelphia 76ers completed a perfect 5-game road trip by beating the Sacramento Kings 129-127 on Saturday night. Maxey also had 7 assists and 6 rebounds to help the 76ers overcome a 21-point deficit. Tobias Harris, Montrezl Harrell, and Georges Niang all had 17 points for the Sixers. Final score, Sixers 129, Kings 127. Good luck to the Philadelphia 76ers in their next game against the Brooklyn Nets on Wednesday. 5 years to the day after their last home playoff victory, the NFC Championship triumph over the Minnesota Vikings, the Eagles punched their ticket to the NFC Championship game, winning by the same exact score. This time, however, the victims were the New York Giants, as the Eagles raced out to a 28-0 halftime lead and never turned back, beating the division rivals for the 3rd time this season 38-7. Philadelphia set the tone on the opening drive of the game with an 8-play, 75-yard drive that featured tight end Dallas Goedert shoving Giants cornerback Adoree Jackson out of the way after Devontae Smith hauled in a 40-yard reception before Goedert scored on a 16-yard touchdown to take an early 7-0 lead. The defense dominated the Giants as the Eagles held the New York offense to just 3 first downs on their first 6 possessions. Quarterback Jalen Hurts won his first career playoff game with a super efficient outing, completing 16 of 24 pass attempts for 154 yards with 3 total touchdowns for a 112.2 passer rating. Hurts added another 34 yards on the ground. The defensive line feasted as well with 5 sacks, paced by Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat each posting 1.5. Final score, Eagles 38, Giants 7. Good luck to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. I would like to congratulate former Eagles head coach Andy Reid for winning the AFC Divisional Round. Last week I went 3-1 in my picks, getting the Chiefs, Eagles, and 49ers right. I missed the Bills losing in Orchard Park. It's NFL Championship weekend. Which teams will win on Sunday? San Francisco 49ers versus Philadelphia Eagles. The 49ers won 19-12 to Dallas. The Eagles won 38-7 to Big Blue. Sorry 49ers fans, the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl in Arizona. Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City Chiefs, a rematch of the 2021 AFC Championship. The Bengals won 27-10 at Buffalo. The Chiefs won 27-20 to Jacksonville. I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning the championship. Check in next week and we will see how everyone did. What NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the 1 end zone? The answer, Jim Marshall. That is a wrap. You can check me out on my podcast at Stefan Sports Radio or through the podcast app or this YouTube channel. And you can listen to me on Saturday nights at 6 o'clock on 1360 WNJC in Cherry Hill. Thank you for watching and see you next time on Let's Talk Sports.